Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel where I crochet, knit and share my journey and experiences with you. Today we will be making this very interesting looking block for our granny square stash busting sampler blanket. I have already made few of these from circle to square blocks for our blanket and you can check them out. I will leave their links in the description box and at the top of our video as well. And I have also made mini granny squares before, so I will leave its link as well. So today we will be making mini circle to square granny square, and then we will join them and make their outer border and have fun with them. So I have already done half of the work. I have made 3 of my blocks and I will make the 4th one with you, and then we will make its border together. So let's start. So it's very easy. The first round is 16 double crochets and next round is 32, and then we turned it into a square. So we will start our square by making a slip knot and making a chain of 5. I'm making a chain of 5 because I have a lot of double crochets to fit in it. So after making a chain of 5, join first and last chains to make a ring. Get this tail out of your way and make a chain of 3. This is our first double crochet. Now we will make 15 double crochets in this ring. So count carefully. I have made my 16 double crochets including first chain 3. Remember, we are counting first chain 3 as double crochet, and then we will join with a slip stitch. This is our first round. Let's start the second round. In second round we are going to crochet 2 double crochet in each of these stitches. So make sure that you do not forget any of your stitches and your count is right at the end. You should have 32. Take your time with this second round so that you do not forget to crochet 2 double crochets in each stitch. Otherwise our math will not match to square it. We need correct number of stitches. Let's count them to be sure. So I have the right number of my double crochets and I can safely join my circle with a slip stitch at the top of first chain 3. Here is our circle. Because I want to use a new color for the next round, so I'll cut my yarn and secure my tail end. Let's do that. I will weave in my tail end as well. Just pull it through the double crochets from the back side. Now let's start the next round. I will start in the corner, and there is no corner of this square circle, but I'll first make my corner and then proceed. And you will take a loop, pull it through, and make your first stitch, and try to take both loops so that it secures your tail end, and then make a chain of 3, and we will make 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. Because it's a tiny square circle, and normally for a bigger circle we have made triple crochets in the corner, but because it's quite tiny, small, we can get away with double crochet as well. Double crochet in the corner will also give us a nice square. After making my 1 cluster, I'll chain 3 for the corner and my 2nd cluster in the same space. So 2 clusters of double crochets. In the next stitch I will make 1 double crochet. In next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, I will make half double. Then I will make 1 single. Then I will make 2 half doubles, 1 and 2. Then I will make 1 double, and now I will make my corner again with 2 clusters of double crochets. So this is a repeat. Chain 3 and our second cluster of the corner. It looks like a mouse with 2 ears, but that's our circle. Now I will make 1 double crochet. Remember, your first stitch will be almost hidden in the cluster, so if you are not trying to find it, you will mess with the count of your stitches. Then we will make 2 half doubles, 1 single, 2 half doubles, 1 and 2, and 1 double, and then we are in the corner. So I will complete my square in this way, and I'll come back after finishing it. Let's make the last double crochet together and then join with our first cluster, first chain 3 with the slip stitch. At this point I'll cut my yarn, and then we will join our squares together. Like this block, I'll be using my lemon color to join my square. So let me cut my yarn first. I'll be using the same stitch because I really love it, because it gives extra color and texture to my project. So wrong sides together, right side facing me and outside. I'll insert my crochet hook in the middle chain, only 1 loop, the loops that are next to each other. As you can see, there are 2 loops of a stitch, so I will pick only that loop that's outside and that's touching the other side, other loop. Should I zoom in a bit more? These are the V's that make our stitch, and I'll be picking up only this outer V that's together with the V leg of the other block. So in the second chain, in the middle chain, let's pick up the middle chain from both sides, make a loop or slip stitch, whatever you feel comfortable with, pull it through, and then go in the next stitch and pick up your loop. Because our blocks are exactly of the same size, so you should not have any trouble ensuring that they are aligned perfectly. At this time I will pull this tail, sandwich it in between my blocks, and I will pick up my next stitch. Pick up loops from both sides, pull my yarn, my working yarn, and remember I am not making another stitch, I am not pulling yarn again, I am simply sliding it through the loop on my crochet hook. So that's the slip stitch join method, and I really like it. Let's quickly reach the end of this block so that we can join the next one together. I'll come to the middle loop, middle stitch of the 3 chain part of my block, and then I will pick up my next 2 blocks, wrong sides together, right side facing me and outside, and again in the middle stitch of the 3 chain part of the corner, and I'll just pass it normally, like no issues. In the next stitch, you can use tapestry needle or whip stitch, mattress stitch, whatever you like to join your blocks. So I will complete this side, start this side, and then I will do this jump, this crossover on this side with you, and I'll be back in a minute. I have got only 2 stitches left, and then we will jump to the other side together. And to jump over this ridge, I will just give my loop a bit of length, stretch, and then go to the stitch on the other side and make my next stitch. Now we will make the last stitch. And we can cut our yarn and secure the tail end as well. Now let's start the final round together. In this block I made the final round with granny clusters. Now my the stitches round here are in such a number that I have to do a bit of cheating. Why? Because like this, I could not make clusters at the bottom row of 3 stitches on all 4 sides. I had to make one cluster of 2 stitches like this. So it's totally up to you where you want to adjust them. I adjusted them at this corner, at this place. You can make this if you are making the final border of granny clusters, then you will have to do this manipulation where you will adjust your stitches from the where you will have to do some manipulation and a bit of cheating, whatever you want to call it. But if you decide to make solid line border all along, like we have done here on this on these blocks, then you will be fine. But since my whole blanket has these clusters, granny clusters, then I will go on making these clusters, do a little bit of cheating. No one is going to look carefully at the blanket anyway. No one is going to sit and count all of my stitches and corners and clusters and see if they are equal. So we will start in the corner and make a cluster of 3 double crochets, and we will count 1 chain 3 as our first double crochet. So I have made 1 chain 3 and 2 double crochets, and that's my first granny cluster. Then I will make chain 3 for the corner and my second cluster. Chain 1, and after 3 double crochets I will make my second cluster. If you want, you can make chain 1 or you can do it without chain 1, totally up to you, totally your decision. So after 3 stitches from the bottom row, I am making my next cluster. Chain 1, skip 3 from the bottom row, now I have 4 stitches, but I will pretend as if everything is fine. I have correct number of stitches and make my cluster. Chain 1, and I'll jump into the next space and make my next cluster. So to maintain this harmony and balance, I will skip 4 here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and make my next cluster. So it's up to you. You can make it like solid granny square, just make 1 double crochet in each stitch instead of making clusters, or cheat a little bit. So I will do the remaining three sides, and then come back and show you the final look of my mini circle to square granny square. I have finished my round, my circle rather, and let's make the last stitch together. After making one chain, we will slip stitch into the chain 3 at the top of chain 3, and we can cut our yarn and secure the tail as well now. So just slip stitch it a couple of times, or adopt any method that you feel comfortable with. We will weave in the tail as well. There were quite a lot of tails in this project. Now here is the final look. Okay, for this border, this final border, because of the number of stitches we made in our circle, our final number of stitches was such that there was one extra stitch, one extra double crochet in our square in these sides, one extra here, and so for that reason, when you are making your clusters, you will have one extra. So I adjusted that extra double crochet, all of my extra double crochets in these corner, here and here and here. So try to be consistent where you are adjusting your double crochet, that extra double crochet, or you can just simply make one double crochet in each stitch and not make the cluster. The choice is yours. It works fine both ways, and because for my blanket I am making the clusters in all of my blocks, so I chose this one. Here are my blocks side by side, and you can see both of them are really interesting and pretty looking, and they will interest and color to any of your projects. You can make blanket only using this design, or cushion covers even. So I hope you will have fun making these blocks with interesting color schemes, and I will see you next time with a new block for our stash bursting granny square project. Till then, take care.